Welcome back and happy Thursday. All right, guys. Well, I'm super excited because tomorrow we have hot, messy topics. I was just talking to Ashley and Amani from Taste of Reality because I really love having them join me for that. I think it's because they have different opinions and it creates a better conversation. But if we don't have topics, we won't do it. Tomorrow, that is not the case, you guys. So I'm saying this in all of my videos today. The videos are coming out a little bit later today because nothing came out this morning. But I'm letting you know 12 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, you want to be there. Now, with that, I don't know if you guys remember Chrissy Balls. I've had her on before. I haven't talked to her in a long time, and she definitely stays in the New Jersey drama realm. She knows a lot more than a lot of people. I think she's even been featured on Real Housewives in New Jersey. Well, now she has some claims about Louis Ruelas. But I guess that's the bad. With the good, we got a Vanderpump Villa season 2 trailer. So we're going to cover it all. Smash the like button. If you guys are not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And let's just jump right into this. So it was Chrissy Balls who came out with this, but what she's claiming is that Teresa Giudice's husband, Louis Ruelas, was hit with a $2.5 million tax lien. So, yeah, that's not cheap, right? It was in season 14 of Real Housewives of New Jersey where we heard that Louis could be experiencing financial issues. We heard about I think it was the pizza oven that he was going to do with Joe. It was multiple things that just kept coming out, and people really, including myself, I didn't know what to believe. If this was a witch hunt for Louis, do we believe Louis? Do we like Louis? Do we not like Louis? We're not there with Teresa and her family. We're not inside the house. So it's like what we're doing with every other housewife and their husband. We're sitting here and we're speculating until factual information comes out, right? Well, that's exactly what we're doing. Now, it all started kind of spilling out into the courts and now into the headlines. And the company he supposedly co-founded went bankrupt and he got sued for $300,000. This came from realityt.com. And there was another apparently questionable business venture where he just got hit with a multi-million-dollar tax lien. So it was at Pop Culture with Balls, who's Chrissy Balls, TikToker, for getting the jump on the story. They also confirmed, by the way, through the New Jersey judiciary, but as of March 6th, Louis owes over $2.5 million in taxes to the state, and that's more than his projected net worth. Now, to put this into further perspective, I guess Teresa previously owed $1,096,012.14 in New Jersey taxes, and she paid off a big chunk of that, but then still owed over $600,000 as of October 2023. I think that she has all of that paid off. And listen, people do get behind in taxes. These things happen, especially if I don't know if you guys remember Karen Huger on Real Housewives of Potomac when she's like clapping back at Giselle and she's like, "You gotta make money to owe money, honey." And that's true. I mean, you don't just owe 2.5 or $1 million in taxes without making a shit ton of money. But anyways, the news of the tax debt came nearly a year after we learned that Louis took out a $1 million loan against his and Teresa's marital mansion. And those court documents listed him as the sole member of the LLC purchasing the home. Again, this is what they're saying. This is crazy. Meanwhile, Teresa, she's been doing appearances on podcast. She's also talking about how she definitely wants to be a part of season 15. They're saying that she has money problems, that she still needs her housewife's paycheck. It's like this, by the way, Teresa Giudice does not catch a break. It's definitely the good with the bad. Like she has the celebrity, she gets the opportunities, she gets this amazing platform, but hot damn, like that woman does not catch a break. And could you say like sometimes maybe you feel like Teresa puts herself into these situations? She doesn't have a great picker. I don't know. I think she leads with her heart. And I think that sometimes she catches herself. I'm not saying gets herself. Okay. But catches herself in some shitty situations. I'm not saying gets herself because I don't want to make it look like I'm attacking Teresa. I already saw where, who was like, "Oh, well, I talked to Teresa." And she was even saying that he was attacking her. No, I wasn't attacking her. That's me like swatting silly away. Get out of here. Anyways, I want to hear what you guys think about that. But getting into the positive, we did get the Vanderpump Villa trailer. That's exciting. I don't know if you guys remember the first season, but first season was in south of France, and I don't know if you guys recognize that very familiar, but that's Miss Stassi Schroeder, and she's back for a second season in the Italian countryside. The trailer just released today for the upcoming series, and it's going to be out, I think, April 24th. Let me double check on that. But we have new viewers, new cast members. We have new everything. Because usually season one, people don't get invested. Now that we have people invested or that there's a season two and it proved to be good enough to get a season two, we'll get all of the things. This is how it started, though. Here we go again. This season, I've chosen this magnificent Italian castle, and I have a special, very special VIP. And then you can see where Stassi ended up queuing in. So I think it's going to be really good. And I like the cheekiness between the two of them. The fact that we have one, you guys know that Stassi got married in Italy, but she's also bringing Beau with her. I'm thinking, even though they're making her a big part of this, who cares? Let's put the rest of the cast to the back, right? I think they're making her a big part of this clearly because she has her docu-comedy series coming up. But even when Beau was talking to her, and I think the words exactly were, "You feel safe with me, I can make you feel unsafe." And he looks at her like he's just terrified. And that's just kind of like, I feel like that's the premise, especially with the dark passenger of their relationship. But it doesn't just stop with getting that familiar face. We also got the mom talk ladies who came in. And I think that's interesting as well. The mom talk ladies. Especially because one of them tries hooking, I think it's Demi, tries hooking up with Marciano, or they're in a situationship. This is going to be just a shit ton of fun. It's going to be a lot of wild adventures. It's going to be Stassi Schroeder reintegrating into the group, even though I don't fully believe. I think they filmed this for like 4 to 6 weeks. They film inside of the castle. I don't believe that Stassi Schroeder stayed 4 to 6 weeks. But I could be wrong. And if she did, then like she said, she had one hell of an Italian summer and also a nice little paycheck to go with it. And if anybody knows Stassi Schroeder, she is not, one, going to say no to a trip to Italy, and two, she's not going to say no to a paycheck to go on a trip to Italy. I don't know. I think it's going to be really good. Vanderpump Villa, she's had some flops. Vanderpump Dogs was a flop. The other one on E, where she was the food, whatever. We're going to see what happens with Vanderpump Rules, this rebooted version of it. And The Valley comes out also in April. So I like that it's going to be hand in hand, even though they're on 2 different platforms. I think it will all be good. But more importantly, I want to hear what you guys think about this Louis Ruelas tax situation, the allegedly pulling out money on the house, $1 million, $2.5 million in a tax lien. What do you do with that? I don't know. This gives me anxiety for her and for him, especially because they just got married and not having the show, even though I know she'll be fine. But now she's doing like Wives on Waves, and it does make you wonder with people talking like, are they trying to stay afloat right now? Because even though that they make a lot of money, their lifestyle is very, very expensive, or are they just doing really well and people just want to talk shit about them? And that's what it is. I don't know. That's what I'm asking you guys. Pop off in the comment section, smash that like button, show some love, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.